Focus on not saying something we can't take back, right? Even if no one hears it, right? When we say something aloud, it affects how we think or feel, right? Throughout the rest of that day or for a longer time, right? So the pause is for us to be in the moment, right? You've done so much, you're doing so much. And so it helps us bring ourselves back to a presence where we feel, not outside of ourselves, but where we feel what's actually going on in the moment. Many times, as caregivers or adults, period, we can go for at least 4 hours or more saying, I got a headache, I got a headache, I got a headache, I got a headache, and we won't take or do anything about it, right? Or we really don't understand stress, right? We know when we're stressed, but we don't understand what happens when we're stressing, okay? What happens when we stress? 3 things. Our urinary system stops, our digestive system stops, and our immune system stops. Did you know that? So when you're in the moment where you're saying, I'm okay, but yet you're eating and you're like, stomach hurts, right? Or my head hurts, right? When our body is in that fight or flight mode, we're keeping going, we're doing, we're not stopping. It does not understand if you're running from a dog, right? Or if you're just in that moment of, I don't know where I'm going. So it's important to take that pause because it helps the body calm down. It comes down in the central nervous system, right? And it gives your body time to adapt to the moment, right? So when we're stressing, we think, oh, I'll be all right, I just gotta do what I gotta do. But it's so important to take that pause because it helps the body restructure, rebalance, right? And gets that nervous system going again. Our body is very, very smart, right? It's magical, but often we disassociate ourselves from it. We become numb and we don't know it. We're just doing to get things done. And we're like, I'll just go rest. And you really don't rest because when you wake up in the morning, you're still tired, right? And so I'm gonna give you a few techniques that we use out of the ordinary, from probably the usual, to help you recenter. Little things you can do without having to leave. You can be right in your chair, right? The grounding with the aromatherapy is one, right? I don't know if when you waft your sensory, I didn't give you one, if it reminded you of anything, or if you notice a difference in your body. Wow. Just wave it in front of you. Yeah, as if you throw it in you. So that's one thing we can do. And a lot of individuals are like, well, I gotta go buy this all. No, some of us have mint in the yard, right? Or some of the herbs that you can just put it in all and let it sit, okay? That's one thing. Our next thing is going to be our myofascial release. What is that? That's gonna be with these lovely tennis balls. Myofascia. Our fascia is, have you ever had surgery, right? And then you have scar tissue, right? That scar tissue sometimes aches even after your surgery. And then it sends messages to surrounding parts saying, we're gonna have a party today. And you're like, ow, right? It's the way our body sends messages throughout the fight. So this little tennis ball, my physical therapist, it's not on there, charged me $30 for a ball. And guess what I find in school? An 88-cent piece of magic, okay? And these are brand new and they will belong to you. And I'm gonna show you how to use this friendly, fun, factual ball to your advantage. We are going to sit. It's the second thing we can do in a pause. To sit. And although we are structured here, I want you to allow the back to rest on the back of your chair. I want you to relax the shoulders. We're gonna start the mini massage on the palms. You control the pressure, keep the elbows relaxed, and we're gonna do small circles. You control the pressure and the speed, right? That's that commercial. Continue to breathe your normal breath. I just want you to feel the difference. We're gonna go a little bit bigger now to the palm, all over the palm of the hand. I'm gonna start to breathe a little bit more into the belly. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. 4 more rows here. And now we're gonna take our ball right here. If you feel safe doing so. Press here, roll. These are spaces that we use very often without realizing, right? The tension, how it collects in different areas. Four more rolls. Continue to breathe. Relaxing the shoulders if you can. We're gonna move over into other chest space, right here under the clavicle. You control the pressure. These are spaces where tension collects. We really don't pay attention because we're always moving. We're opening doors. We're writing, right? We're holding a phone. We're driving. The power in the pause helps us just release some of that tension without going to pay some of those $25. Do 4 more here. You guys will have the opportunity to come back to the spaces where you felt the most tension. The next space is my favorite. You have to be very careful, okay? I'm gonna place the ball right here. You roll up and you roll down, a little bit on the shoulder. You control the pressure. Breathe into the belly. Allow that tension to release. Be in the moment. There's a book called The Body Keeps Score. And that explains how everything that we go through, experience in life is kind of kept in the body, right? And we have areas when we are stressing or when there's a lot going on where it kind of stays and collects in that space. I'm gonna move over into the opposite side. Control the pressure. Say the open palm. Yes, right on the back a little bit. There you go. Down the shoulder blade. How does this feel, guys? Good. Next space. I know you want to stay there. You can come back. Isn't this the best 88 cents ever? Now we're gonna move, only if you can. Right here, right beneath the bone there. You're gonna go right into the meaty space on the sides. Don't go over the bone. We're gonna go right in just the meaty space. Try to relax that arm. Feel the difference in that tension release. The only bad part about this is that we're doing it ourselves. Right? Alright, let's scooch to the other side. This is also awesome if you do it on the wall, right? In the wall, and you just roll back and forward. But that's a lot of dropping, so. All right, we are going to go back to the forearm here. Place the hand down, relax it. I want you to just massage the back, up and down. We use our phalanges all the time. Those tensions and nerves go right up that spine, right? Continue to breathe. Just be in the moment, right? This music is also, I believe, 447 or so hertz. And I always use music without words in the morning. I'm gonna switch over. In the morning and at night, because it's generated just to calm the central nervous system, right? We can listen to our favorite music, which can give us sad memories, right? Happy memories, or we're thinking about what they're thinking about. This music allows you to just be in your space, right? Just to be present and calm yourself. It's another tool. So we have 3 tools, right? We've had aromatherapy, myotension release, and we have frequencies. Right? Our next space will be the legs. Now, rolling here, not just on the top. I'm gonna try on the side, okay? And the pressure, you wanna put a little bit more pressure than we've been doing on all the other body parts. The tension is up to you, right? I can't feel what you feel, so don't press too hard. Now I can go on top. We do the sides first, because most of our tension is there, right? The hip is also great, right? For the hip only if you can. You press right here. Small rolls. You have the sciatic on the back side, right? That goes down the glute. But it helps release all of that tension there. Everything is connected. That's what I want you to know, right? We can say my head hurts, which it does often, but just giving yourself a massage, right? Tension in other spaces can help release that pressure. Let's try the other side. I'm gonna start with my hip this time. Then roll it down. You guys feel a little relaxed. Oftentimes, it's just a release, just to be away from noise, right? Our environment affects how we process things, right? We go into Walmart or the DMV and we're going for one thing, right? But you've got intercoms, you've got people talking, you've got speakerphones, you got people almost hitting you with the bucket, right? You got advertisement for sales. But the only thing we have control over in those moments, right, is the breath. How can I, let's see, balance myself in all the chaos? Is to be present, inner, right? To understand that it's temporary. I'm coming in here for one thing. I can't control everyone speaking on their speakerphone, but I can do is control my nerves. All right, if we can, gonna move here, not to the front of the shin, gonna move to the outer side. This is the magic moment. Pressure up and down just the side. Come close to the knee and down. Who knew we used these calves this much? It's such a release.
I know what to do with my tennis balls now.
I know you work those. Move to the opposite side. You guys can stay. Don't rush. These are your balls to keep. Take home, brand new. See that some of us have on sandals. I don't know if it would be helpful, but when you can, or if you can try now, I don't want it to hurt. But we do the top of the foot, and when it hum, you could do the bottom, or you could do it now if that's appeasing for you. If you're so slippery. Bottom of the foot is even better. This is great. Sorry, I'm moving all over. You can do the roll the bottom of the foot, you can roll the heel, we can do all of that, okay? And last but not least, only on one side, sorry, I'm gonna be one side, either side, not in the center. You'll place, I always do the lower back first. You can do the right side or left side. Find where the most comfortable space is. And you can just press and lay back on it, or you can move a little bit. Also helps for the upper, right under the scapula here. It's always a good space to release. I don't think our chairs are that tall. But this is one of the best things you could do in the midst of your pause to help recenter. As we're massaging, finding our space, would anyone like to share with me what they do now to help recenter or calm down, or just to give yourself a little break? Stretch. Walk away.
Yeah.
What's your hobby? You having hobbies?
You know, I love to read. No, it's harder and harder to know because I have to do other stuff.
I know. Our spaces. Gotta do that pause, right? That's when the overwhelm comes. Let's try a little bit higher if our seat allows. Right beneath that bone right here, the scapula. Right there. 88 cents used to give me 3 bags of candy.
This is much better
I
than
know.
candy.
All right, I'm gonna try the other side and then we're gonna move. Who's heard of breathing techniques? Particular one?
Box breathing.
Box breathing. Yes. It's a very good one. We can do box breathing, we do deep breathing, but I have a different way we're gonna breathe today, right? Everyone does the one sigh, right? Right before I used to get in trouble as a kid, my mom used to, right? If she did it 2 more times, I probably would have been safe. But there's a difference in how we breathe, right? Just to give you a little info on the importance of the lungs, right? The rib cage is not just to protect the lungs. Did you know that? Did you know that? I didn't. My husband had a shoulder surgery. They gave him a block. They hit the wrong nerve. Paralyzed the entire diaphragm. Within 5 minutes, both lungs filled with fluid because these ribs massage, right? Helps express toxins, all those things out of the lungs. So in my mind, you're gonna get that out of him, right, with some medicine. He did have medicine, but they literally made him do a lot of breathing techniques. And that's when I learned that we only use about 80% of our lungs. The lower lobes, when we get sick and we're trying to cough from our toes up, right? It's because we rarely work the lower lobes. So after weeks of him doing all these breathing techniques, and I'm doing them with him getting tired, right? Because it's just an automatic love response. When we feed a baby, our mouth's open too, right? So when he's doing this big yard Jenga ball blowing, I'm like blowing with him. So we're gonna do 3 of the deep belly breaths, and that's only if it will not affect your pressure or make you feel dizzy, okay? It's simple but effective, okay? So I'm sitting here and we're going to inhale through the nose, but we're gonna hold it at the top for a second. It's not just, we want to, okay? We wanna try to open up everything. We're gonna hold it at the top, and when we exhale through the mouth, control, I want you to try to release everything, okay? Allow the back to bend a little bit. Does that make sense? All right, let's try this 3 times. Gonna inhale through the nose, hold, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, hold, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, hold, exhale. Regular breaths. How does that feel? Right? It's allowing the entire lung to receive the oxygenated blood that it needs. Also helps circulates the blood through the body. In addition to this breathing, I bought something fun for us to do, right? When we get older, we can't do fun stuff, right? We can't. I still have a bike with a bell on it. I have roller skates. I blow bubbles. No one wants to see us blowing bubbles. They're like, what's going on with our neighbor, right? Don't worry about me. I'm gonna ride through blowing bubbles on my bike with the bell on it, right? I'm going to still color and do what makes me feel whole. Somewhere in this journey, we were told we're too grown to do this or that, right? We don't have time to do this or that. But that's why I asked about your hobby. Your hobbies. They keep us in our natural realm. You want to switch like your pink? Want your green or you don't mind? Huh? I
It doesn't matter.
okay, good, cause I love them all. I know what you're like. Okay, what's going on with her? Oh, we gotta open them. These are brand new too. You take home. Am I the only one having problems?
I might get them done.
Okay. I got a pen. Anybody need help? There you go. Pen. It's only so I can get the real deal. You got it? You got it? Okay. Bet you guys didn't think you were gonna be going to blow bubbles today, right? Now, the next trick is getting it out. Alright. So.
Push the pin in for them.
We'll wait. The first ones, we're gonna just do this. Okay, try not to get it in her hair. Okay? Are we ready? You know how to do the good dip. Are we ready? Let's go. Now let's try the slow blow that we just did. Okay, deep belly. We get more bubbles, don't we? 2 more times, because we're gonna get dizzy. Does bubbles not make you happy? Right? What memory comes up when you see bubbles?
Sunday school or after Sunday school,
Right? All right, 2 more. I want to see lots of bubbles. Yeah. Sometimes, guys, taking their hearts back to a happy moment, right? Gives us that inner joy from that inner child, right? Giving you that positive remembrance of fun moments also helps in moments when we just feel like, right? There is no answer, right? There is no magic to help us just take ourselves away. If we could, we'd be clicking all day. But power in the pause is resetting the mind, which also resets the heart, to give us that energy and power to continue to care, right? To continue to move forward. But we have to step back and give ourselves that opportunity to do so. Positive visualization, right? Seeing where this is going, seeing what we've already been through, the love that you share for the loved one, those happy moments, right? Understanding that we're in the present, being grateful for the simplest things, the things we kind of take advantage of, right? Being able to see, being able to hear, feel, move, make our own choices, right? Those little things, if one goes away, and I don't want to say this, if we could not see any longer, think about what is it that you would want to see the most. For me, it's my children's smile, right? If I couldn't hear, what is it that I would continuously try to hold on to? Hearing them laugh, right? And run and play. Those are the things that help center us and keep us going, right? If we think about 3 things that we're grateful for in those moments as well, right? It would be redirecting for ourselves, right? Okay, I'm upset right now. I'm exhausted. What am I grateful for? Right? I always tell myself this is temporary. The right now, this is temporary, right? I got 5 more minutes of this, and this person is coming. Or I got 10 more minutes of this, and I can do that, right? It's just thinking ahead, not to predict the future, but to understand the pause, right? To reset in that pause. I have bowls, but we're going to do a few gentle stretches first, okay? Bowls of vibrations. When it rains, it naturally calms us, right? Those are vibrations, right? But they're natural. I'm going to be making these moves sound, right? The sound and the feeling, you may feel vibrations, but the sound alone are the same like frequencies to help calm the central nervous system. Just to get off topic, I have a family member who had prostate cancer in October last year. It was treated with HIFU treatment. It's called HIFU. Only one doctor that I know of in this area does it. He got the opportunity to go in. High frequencies to help blast the cancer cells. Worked once, did it once, no cutting. He did have to wear a catheter for 3 days. But there was no cutting, and he's had no cancer cells since. High frequencies. Those frequencies aren't that high on these. But they will help, right? Stimulate the body, help calm the central nervous system. If you do not have like tendonitis, I do in this ear, some frequencies might just irritate that. If it does, raise your hand, okay? All right, we're gonna do a few gentle stretches that can be done also in a chair, seated, standing. Giving you things you can do in that moment of pause, right? We're not gonna do any headstands or anything like that. I'm just kidding. All right. So the one thing that we're on all day is our legs, right? I want you to just lift that right leg up if you can, only as far as you can. I don't want nobody going up there. We're gonna intentionally rotate the ankle. And change directions. Your legs is gonna feel a little tired. Oh, there it is. Good pop. And instead of putting your foot back where it was, I want you to just place the heel down. Allow your glutes to just relax and your leg to relax. And just feel that stimulation move through that leg. Give it it's kind of hard, but you can pull it back. Wait, give that leg a little bit of space to just relax. When we target certain areas, give it that tension and then release. Just pull some of the we don't knows out of our body. We don't knows is tension we didn't have stored in particular places. Every time I get a little overwhelmed, it's in my psychotic. Some of us is our head, right? Some of us is our back or neck, right? Those are the moments when we recognize, okay, I'm storing, okay? So go ahead and slide that back. We're gonna lift the opposite leg, same thing. They're having fun. Change direction, scoop it up. Continue breathing. Do the same thing, just drop it there, let the leg relax. And slowly slide it back. This next move, if you have neck or back restrictions, you should be very careful, okay? I'm just gonna scoot to the center of your chair. Be very careful. I'm gonna take my feet a little bit wider apart because this is where my belly's going, okay? Watch me first, okay? Keeping the shoulders relaxed. I'm gonna inhale forward. Exhale down.
Starting from my lower back, I'm gonna roll it back up to the beginning, okay?
Only try or go as far as your body allows. Does that make sense? All right, so let's try it. Inhale forward. Exhale.
Inhale, roll from the lower back.
Take that nose on up to the ceiling and exhale. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale down.
Inhale, roll from the lower back all the way up.
Exhale. And bring it back. How's that feel? Okay. All right. If we have any limitations with the neck, definitely don't try this one. If it hurts, make smaller circles, okay? We're gonna imagine making circles with our chin. Okay? You might hear some things back here. You might feel but not hear it. You're like, what is this? Okay? So how this is gonna go is I'm gonna turn my chin towards my left shoulder, and I'm gonna inhale when I'm open. You always inhale when things are open. And on my exhale, when I'm coming down on the right and trying to sweep the chin, I'm gonna do that cycle again, okay? So it circles around in front of you, not the head back like this, okay? So we're gonna turn, take the chin up, exhale, bring it down. See if you can sweep the chest. Keep the shoulders as relaxed as you can. Exhale it down. And do one more from this direction. And when your chin meets the chest, we're gonna stop there and inhale the chin up on the right side. Exhale it down. And do two more of those, your own pace. Last one. Good deal. Leaving that chin to the chest, we're gonna take 3 breaths here if you can. See if you can release and lengthen the top of the neck here. On your 3rd breath, we're going to take that nose up towards the ceiling gently. Scrunch the chin. I want you to feel the full stretch right here. If it hurts, lessen the pull. 2 more breaths if you can. And bring the head back to neutral. This is our thyroid space, right? We always have it closed if we're reading, and when we're asleep, right? We're watching TV. Opening it up sometimes and breathing. One helps circulate those hormones and the blood, right? No wonder we go off sometimes. Had it closed. Just kidding. All right, our next thing is our arm wave. Right arm is out. We don't want to just have it straight. Just have it out. Our left is going to guide, okay? So we're just going to hold it there. Not grab it, but hold it. I'm going to inhale because we're open, right? Exhale, slide that arm across the body. Just a little bit. If you're going like this, it's too far. Bring them, there you go. We're going to turn that hand down, and we're going to rotate that wrist now. You guys hear all this? I don't know how the queen does it. Maybe a fake hand. Switch direction, scoop it up. Arm is gonna get tired. I want you to give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Both arms. 3 breaths, just allowing yourself to feel
the difference on both sides. Hopefully you're not in pain, but you can feel a little bit of a release that's just kind of not explainable. One more breath and we'll do the other side. Good deal. Let's do the left arm. Same thing. Got a little loose here. All right. Gonna guide it across. Turn it around. If it's pulling too much, release. Keep the shoulders relaxed. I'm gonna do the same thing. Make it intentional. Our ankles and wrists do so much all day. Now let's scoop it up, changing directions. This feel odd. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. 3 breaths. We're almost finished. Hopefully you feel a little different. Our next thing we're gonna do as we're breathing are gonna be twist. Gentle twist. She was like this, she said. All right, so let me explain the importance of twist. First thing I learned in Okinawa, Japan. The reason they do a lot of the breathing and belly techniques and the twisting is because we can stretch all of our limbs, right? But we can't stretch our gut, our lungs, our spleen. So they have a practice of helping the body detox, right? By twisting and breathing in that twist. We're not doing an exorcism or anything. We're just going to twist, breathe in it. If you catch a cramp, come out, right? So every time I say we're open, right? And then we twist and you breathe, it's like the mop effect from the inside, right? So if you're ever feeling like, you know, we eat things we're not supposed to all the time, or things that don't agree with us, right? Helps to either this way or the other, right? So you want to keep the legs center, only go as far as your body allows, okay? All right, and we always inhale because we're open, right? Inhale center. Exhale to the left, only as far as you can go. Hold it there, but give me 2 breaths into the belly. 1 more. Inhaling in its center. Exhale to the opposite. Hold it there for 2 breaths. And inhaling it back center. How was that? Good. You can practice this when you're laying in bed, dropping the legs to the side, whatever feels most comfortable for you. But I do it daily. It helps. Okay. Now we can go ahead and sit to the back of your chairs. I'm going to give you a few rounds of our awesome bowls. This one, small, don't let it fool you. I'm not gonna tell you where they're usually felt. I'm gonna let you tell me where you, if you feel it, okay? Tony did a whole lot to get us here. Let's see. I got it. Alright. So if you feel comfortable, once you figure out what Miss Tiffany's doing with these bowls, to just close your eyes, relax the shoulders and hands, and allow yourself to just be present, okay? Start with our ground. This is the sounds, okay? Is everybody okay? Where do we feel this? If you feel it. How was that? Okay. Were you able to feel it anywhere?
And then it felt like it was going up, but it reached a spot where it was like kind of started hurting, and then, it just, yeah, that was, yeah.
Love.
That was,
Well, before you guys leave, I did have something I would like to read to you. Hopefully you enjoyed your time, and hopefully you'll be able to use something within your pause to help you recenter, regain that cape that you guys wear, because you are heroes, warriors, saints. You are a blessing, Okay? All right, so this is called the power and the pause. Okay? In the quiet between each call of your name lies a strength that would never be the same. Not born of ease nor free from pain, but forged in love again and again. It's in the pause when they've lost their place, and you meet them with a steady grace. When patience rises, slow and sure, and your heart holds what theirs can't store. The pause is where your courage grows, where kindness stays when no one knows. It's not a break from what you do, it's the heartbeat that carries you through. So breathe, dear souls, and let it be. This moment is a sanctuary. For in the pause, you are not just strong, you are the light that guides them along. Thank you for being present and allowing me to be here. Is there something else we
And do anybody have any questions?
Yeah, do you have any questions? I'm sorry.
How does that work?
Your face.
How can we get those?
Well, I had mine made through Etsy, but this is our grounding bowl. This is our G. So it's here, here, like what you said here. So I know that because I watched your toes started moving, like, okay, what's happening? Then I went to my C, which brings it up to the heart, right? And my A here, she is head. So it keeps you that alertness. So instead of staying in the here, which is sometimes if someone is like off balance or something aching the knee, the hip, things like that, it kind of pulls at it. I don't know how that happens, but it does. And so I mix it up. But I was only looking at her feet, so I'm sorry. When I have sound bowl sessions in my workshop, I can always tell like when the foot just kind of falls out when they're just in a total relax. But in groups, you have some that are just, so I'm like, that's good. Because even, when we have a nap, sometimes it feels like we slept for hours, right? That is something that our body needs. And I tell everyone, just give your body what it needs. Right? Sometimes we can't do that. But when you find those moments where you can relax, then take them. Those moments when you have that little pause and you can't go to sleep or you can't do something, find something that just makes you feel, like just feel present versus just moving all the time, just existing. Because we often get there sometimes. I'm just existing. Bring it back. I'm sorry, I didn't ask for the question. All right, so you can come up and try it if you like.
Oh, that's okay.
But they keep the tone, like once you, with the mallet, there's so many different mallets, get it? Right? So it carries it because it's a crystal bowl. And so I can take just from what I did and take it around. And I didn't even put water in here to change the hertz and the frequencies. But you can put water in little, and then you can listen to the sounds, right? And it makes a difference in the bowls, because I have some at my job they order from Amazon. I told mine there. I'm like, I need to bring these. There's a difference. I absolutely love the calmness that it brings. Any more questions?
Do you offer sessions, like, with the bowls?
I do. Okay, I do. I can give you the information. You're welcome.
I need more of the bowls, that's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. I need more of the bowls in my life.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Anyone else?
And in the meantime, I'm gonna take my tennis
Yes.
and my bubbles with me.
I'm glad, right? You can never say no to bubbles. Even my
to say clients who are kind of like present because they have to be, are like, I'm not blowing no. I'm like, here you go. It always helps. All right. Do you have any more questions? I appreciate your presence. And thank you for allowing me to be here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The aromatherapy, you got